let me remind you the question. Hey, how do we not awaken love before it's time? Because sex is so big. And once you have this attraction, one of the issues that you face first is the reason you want to go in so quickly is because we have violated God's laws in the past. What we need to do then is train ourselves how not to be driven by our appetites. And that's a training. You don't just happen. You don't just luck into that. You got to train yourself how to do that. Okay. So before you talk about how many people can I date, just train yourself in how do I manage not masturbating? How do I manage not when I see something hitting? How do I manage not doing any kind of stuff like that? That's a training of yourself. And if you're not in love with Jesus, you can't train yourself how to do it. Okay. Which is why the way you know somebody loves God more than they love themselves is whether or not they're going to honor God's word more than they will honor themselves. Therefore, your assignment should be that you will do everything you can to train yourself how to walk in godliness and how not to awaken love before it's time. Number two, then you have to make sure you don't put yourself in situations where that can happen. You ain't going to jump on no girl in public. You ain't jumping on nobody in public. You ain't seeing nothing crazy in public. So therefore, if you stay in public, you're good. The problem is you want to go upstairs to the second floor or to her apartment or to her house. And once that door closes, you're going to revert back to what you used to do the last time the door was closed. So if you stay out of closed doors and you let her go on a godly time and you stay in community, then you have a chance to honor God in the relationship. Number two, that's also why you don't date somebody for 2 years, because you can't make it 2 years. It's too much. And then the more spiritual you get, because I'm going to talk on just the levels of intimacy, because ain't nobody teach nobody about the levels of intimacy, but I'm going to teach on the idea of physical intimacy. When you put spiritual intimacy before physical intimacy, you can't stay long before you bust. So you got to have a goal at the end of this deal, or else you're just going to fall prey to the appetite that you got. To manage our own appetites and train ourselves. Then two, making sure we have good, healthy boundaries. And then three, making sure that when you find the right person, and by the right person, I mean the person that is trying to love God with all their heart, mind, and soul, you're not staying there for long, bro. You just can't. You cannot, which is why it was never designed to be this 4-year deal, which is why it was never designed for you to try before you buy and just kind of shacking together for a little while, see if this thing works. It wasn't designed like that. And when we go outside of God's design, we usually end up in trouble anyways. All right. The only way you get out of a bad habit or a hiccup is by replacing it with a good one.